Okay, so before I even start, what qualifies me to talk about this subject? My mugs have been featured on Buzzfeed, Huffington Post, Pop Sugar, Poppy Talk, Board Panda, Etsy Finds Email, and Editor's Picks, and more. I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm telling you this so you'll know that I'm speaking from a place of real life experience and that this is a reachable goal for you. Want to know how? Keep watching. How to get press without really even trying too hard. You are an artist. You run your own little place on the internet where people can come to buy your stuff. Getting press can bring a lot of new life, not to mention a lot of new eyeballs, to your business. Have you read those gift guides on Buzzfeed or Huffington Post and thought, what can I do to get my stuff featured in stories like this? Well, I used to think about that too. I still do. But one day it happens. And then it happens again and again and again. I know that luck plays some role in this. I think the larger role is successfully executing on a few key factors. Factors I'm going to share with you right now. Number one, be where they look. Whenever I get a story or a product mention, it's almost always linked from a product in my Etsy store. Full disclosure, I also have my own standalone store on Shopify platform. So then why do they find me through Etsy more often? Because Etsy is where they're looking. Etsy's a well-respected indie marketplace, the best known one of its kind, and probably the oldest one too. So it's a great place for a trendy lifestyle story editor to go to find a lot of diverse material to feature in one story, all in one place. One-stop shopping, right? And as for the person who will be reading the story and then potentially shopping, the Etsy platform is, again, very well known and respected. People know what you're talking about when you say Etsy. Readers need no introduction to Etsy. They know what it is and they're comfortable making their purchases there. It's a win-win. Great photos. You need to have great photos. However, you don't have to reinvent the wheel with this. If you're using print on demand for your product offerings, don't fret. The photos you use in your store can be mock-ups. The stigma is sort of gone, at least when it comes to press pictures. You do not have to take your own custom photos. It's really nice if you take real-life photos of your real-life products, but that's not always realistic when you have 400 mugs. I'm living proof that it's okay to use mock-ups, that it's not gonna affect your ability to get press. My product photos that have been used in features have been mock-ups. Mock-ups that I either created myself or purchased from sites like Creative Market. There is a caveat to using mock-ups. Make sure your picture of the product looks the same as it looks in reality. Don't improve your product visually in a deceptive way. Think about how mad and disappointed your customers would be. They're not gonna like that. It's all about your customers and their satisfaction. You want them to rave about your product and about your overall service. And you want them to come back, right? So don't do that. Visual brightness and clarity. Clear, bright, clean, really good quality photos are what you want. As good as you can get them. Use Photoshop or a similar editing tool to brighten up your pics and really make the most of them. Skip the logo in your photos. In my product photos, I used to put my logo mark on the lower right of my pictures in a little bit of a bold way. These days, I don't do that. I place my copyright and website info on the very bottom of my photos, or someplace inconspicuous but easy to find if you want the information. Here's a story of why I changed my methods. One time, a media outlet personally asked me for a photo of my product without my logo on it. Once they did, a bell went off. Think about it this way. When you're flipping through a magazine, magazine and you come across a roundup gift guide featuring all different products by all different independent purveyors, how weird would it be to see their logos as part of the images? You would think you're reading an advertisement, not an editorial piece, right? It's the same thing here. If you want to improve your chances of your photo and your product being selected for a story like this, make sure that the main photo in your product listing, the one that they'll see when they're browsing a full page full of different products, is a beautiful, clear, bright, clean logo without your logo plastered on it. The goal is for them to find the information when they're looking for it, but for it not to get in the way of their enjoyment of the rest of your imagery. So how do we increase our chances of being found, aside from Etsy and photos? My mugs that have been featured most frequently have themes that are either very niche, on trend, geeky, or in some way they fit easily into a story on a certain trend. For instance, unicorns, narwhals, bad grammar, mermaids, these have all been really successful for me. What trends can organically connect with your products? Can you plan more designs around a trendy niche that you love? How can you connect the trends to your products? Another tip to increase your chances of being found is to optimize your SEO for the platform you're using. So for Etsy, there's a certain way that you want to optimize your SEO. This is not an SEO video, so I'm not going to go into the details on that, but look into it. For whatever platform you're using, you want to optimize your SEO best practices for that platform. That will increase your chances of being found. It can be harder than you think to hunt down a story with your product mentioned in it. Google it. I Google the name of the media source and the name of my shop. Sometimes if you have a really tough case, you got to get really creative with your search terms as well. Eventually, I'm going to get my answer. It might not be right away. It might be a week from now, but when I keep at it consistently and keep trying to find ways to find out the information of where my story's been featured, eventually I do get my answer. Think about all these benefits. Free publicity, get more eyeballs on your stuff, sell more products. Cultural relevance, depending on the media source that features your item. That's going to expand your reach in your current demographics and market and open you up to new ones too. That is a whole bunch of future potential fans of your stuff. People are more likely to notice what you're selling and to be more open to it if a media outlet that they know, like, and trust features your stuff. So ultimately, getting your product in a story like this can be awesome for your business. And it's not that hard to take these extra steps in your regular workflow to optimize your shop and items with this goal in mind. What are your best tips to get editorial eyeballs on your stuff? Let me know in the comments. Share it with everybody. We can all get smarter together. High five. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this video has been really helpful for you. If you like it, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.